Um, Got signed Stetson back this past signing day. Any defense players were sharing some of their exploits with him. I mean, what have you seen out of him? What do you think about him as a quarterback?
I think Stetson's a baller. I think he's really a quarterback. I didn't get to see him a ton last year because he was mostly on the scout team, doing his thing over there. But I always had to hear it in the locker room. The defensive guys are like, "Man, he's better than Baker." When we're practicing in Oklahoma and stuff, he was giving them such a good look over there, and just how hard he was, to defend from the DBs like Dom and JR last year. So I know he's a good player.
I'm glad y'all be getting him back.
I'm really happy to get him back. I'm happy to see Stetson. I like Stetson a lot.
When a quarterback, how important is size to that? Obviously, he's a guy that a lot of people think probably would have had a D1 scholarship long time before now if he was 6'2", 6'3", whatever.
You talking about height?
Yeah, at quarterback.
Yeah, I think it definitely has something to do with it, especially when you look at the NFL. And obviously everyone always talks about seeing over the O-line, D-line, so it definitely plays a part in it. But Stetson moves around so well, and he can kind of shift through gaps to see everything. So he does a real good job with his height.
He'll come in with a lot of. I know we're looking ahead to next year a little too much, but he'll come in with a lot of the offense and kind of familiarity too. So he's a guy who probably, you figure would slot in there pretty quickly.
Yeah, I would say he's probably forgotten a good bit since being away from a year, and I can't remember where he was at during this year, but he'll probably come back in and pick it up pretty quick.
How's the practice been this week?
How practice has been this week? They've been pretty good, though. I think we've had a lot of guys flying around, and we've been having some fun out there. It's been tough. It's always tough when you have a week off or whatever after when the coach is recruiting, get back into it, knocking some rust off and everything, but practice has gone really well.
What are some challenges that Texas playing more zone than other teams? What is the challenge of that? Every defense gives you something. What changes when you play a team that plays this much zone?
I'd say what changes is how Coach Chaney's going to call plays and different. We're not changing what we do. We're still going to run when we run, but throw a little throw a few different plays in there to help us out against all the zone that they run though.
Is it similar to what Oklahoma did last year? Were they more man?
Oklahoma?
Yeah.
Dude, I can't remember. That game was a blur, especially once I broke my leg. I forgot a bunch of that game, to be honest with you.
A lot of the guys have come up and we've asked them about the history of the Sugar Bowl and all that stuff, and the fact that it's such a big bowl game. They were talking about how they didn't really watch a whole lot of football growing up. Were you a football fan? Do you remember ever watching the Sugar Bowl and kind of seeing Georgia play in the Sugar Bowl?
To be honest, no. I didn't watch a ton of football growing up. When was the last time we played in the Sugar Bowl?
I think 08.
08?
Yeah, January 1st.
Hawaii game?
Yeah, Hawaii.
Hawaii? I think I watched that game. Now you say Hawaii, I remember that. But I don't know a ton of it. I know, was the National Championship Sugar Bowl in 80? Yeah, okay, I knew that from Uncle Scott, but that's about it.
What kind of bowl gifts did you get with, did you do that suite thing?
Yeah, we got the suite again this year, and so I took the highest gift, the number 7 item. I took the Yeti again, the Yeti. I think it was a 65 Yeti, I believe.
You said again, how many do you have?
Well, yeah, I got one last year, the 45, and I got stolen. So it was in the back of my truck, and I had it locked up. And the one day I didn't lock it, it was gone. I was so mad at myself for forgetting to lock it.
What does 65 refer to?
I think it's quart size, 65 quarts, I believe. Okay, I'm not sure though. It's pretty big.
What's the dynamic with everyone knowing, obviously with Justin, with his situation? He's still practicing, he's still with you guys, but everyone knows that he's, in that portal and can talk to other schools and probably leaving.
I'd say we're trying not to focus on that. I'd say the team's doing a good job overall. We're really focusing on Texas a lot, and Justin's still coming out to practice every day, and he's getting better every day. Outside of this building, I'm sure I don't know what he's doing. He's doing his own thing, but inside here, the whole team and him included are still focused on winning their next game.
Does that even have the potential to be a distraction for you guys, just kind of having that going on?
Yeah, I would say so. I'd say a lot of teams do, but I'd say we've grown to be, throughout last year and the postseason last year and all this year, we've grown to be a pretty mature team and to handle something like that pretty well.
Is there any talk with him or about the whole situation, or is it just something that's happened outside?
I would say, most of it happens outside here. You know, to be honest with you, I couldn't answer that too well.
How big is, you know, we talked about the bowl gifts, and I'm sure that's pretty cool, but how important is the bowl prize, the whole bowl situation for a student athlete, for you guys? I mean, I know it's not where you wanted to be specifically, but still in a big time bowl, how important is it to get a chance to go play in a bowl and get that experience?
I think it's awesome, man. And I think one thing when you're kind of going through, I thought about it, it's like Sugar Bowl used to be one of the biggest bowl games, and I don't want people to think like it's not as big this year because it's not on the road to the national championship. You know what I mean? Was it the Cotton and Orange Bowl, the road?
Right.
Those are the two, yeah. And it's like, I don't want people to, oh man, they're not going to the national championship, I'm not going to watch the Sugar Bowl. Sugar Bowl is still one of the top 5 biggest bowls, one of the biggest bowls ever, that and the Rose Bowl, and it's like still a huge bowl, and we're, you know, the team's still very, very lucky and, you know, grateful to be going to play in it.
Thanks.